What happens when loyalty gets tested? Secrets reach the surface, and the streets of Chicago demand a final answer. Episode 10 left us with more questions than answers, and now, with the season finale around the corner, one thing is clear. Nobody's safe. Whether it's betrayal, revenge, or redemption, the Chi is about to close its most intense chapter yet. So let's talk final predictions. And trust me, some of these might shock you. Season 7, Episode 10 of the Chi Pact, in a lot of tension, and now, with just one episode left, the pieces on the board are lined up for something explosive. Before we predict what's coming, we need to remember what just went down. First, let's talk about Emmett. He's been walking on a wire all season, trying to balance family, business, and survival. But Episode 10 showed just how heavy that weight has become. Douda is tightening his grip on Emmett, making it clear that loyalty to him isn't optional, it's life or death. We saw Emmett cornered, not just physically, but emotionally. The pressure is mounting, and for the first time, we saw him start to crack. There's a deep fear in his eyes, not just for himself, but for his family. You can feel it, he's on the edge. And we all know what happens when good people get pushed too far. Then there's Kiesha. She's trying to hold it all together, be a partner, a mother, and keep her peace. But Emmett's choices are shaking her foundation. In Episode 10, there were moments where her silence said more than her words. She's watching Emmett spiral. And it's clear she's thinking, how long can I keep living like this? Kiesha has always been a survivor. But we're seeing her question whether love alone is enough when danger is always knocking on the door. Kuda, on the other hand, is doing what Douda does, making moves in the dark. He's never just reacting. He's planning 10 steps ahead. In Episode 10, he was quieter, more calculated, but that's exactly what makes him scarier. He's not panicking. He's setting traps. We saw him flex his control over not just Emmett, but others in his orbit. He's cleaning house, and he's making it known. You're either with him, or you're in the way, with Episode 11 coming. The question isn't whether Douda will strike, it's who he'll strike first. Kevin, meanwhile, is at a crossroads. Episode 10 hinted that his time in Chicago may be running out. After everything he's been through, the violence, the heartbreak, the changes, we saw him considering a new chapter, maybe even a way out. But leaving isn't simple. This is home. His people are here. Still, there's a feeling that he's preparing for a goodbye. Maybe not forever, but something that feels final. The way he looked at his friends, the streets, the city, it had that bittersweet vibe. Like someone taking mental pictures before they walk away. And then we've got Papa. He's always been the heart of the group, funny, spiritual, loyal. But something's changed. Episode 10 showed Papa standing more alone than ever. His faith is being tested. His friendships are being tested. And for the first time, it feels like he's searching for his own path, one that doesn't follow anyone else's rules. You can feel the shift. He's not just reacting, he's deciding who he wants to be. Even if it means standing against the people he's always stood with. Finally, Victor a Trig, is still in the political spotlight, but being in the public means every secret, every mistake is a ticking time bomb. Episode 10 had moments where you could feel the walls closing in. People are watching him, digging into his past, and he's realizing that trying to do the right thing doesn't protect you from the consequences of your history. Victor is fighting for a better Chicago, but it might cost him everything. Put all that together. And what do we have? A city ready to explode. Everyone's holding secrets. Everyone's walking on thin ice. And when the finale drops, someone, maybe more than one person, is going to fall through. As we head into the finale, every character is at a breaking point. Let's take a deeper look at where they each stand. Emotionally, mentally, and in terms of what they might do next. These aren't just characters anymore. They're each a ticking clock. Let's break it down. Emmett, a man in the middle of a storm. Emmett has come a long way from being the young, reckless guy who couldn't commit. He's grown into a man trying to build something real, a business, a family, a future. But right now, all of that is hanging by a thread. Douda is tightening his control over Smokies, and Emmett is stuck in the middle of something way bigger than him. He didn't ask for this war, but it found him anyway. The worst part? Emmett is trying to protect everyone, Kiesha, the kids, the crew, and that's the trap. Because in this world, you can't protect everyone. Episode 10 showed him trying to reason with Douda, but you could see the fear on his face. Not just fear of Douda, but fear of what he might become if he keeps going down this path. And let's be honest, how long before Emmett has to choose between doing what's right and doing what keeps him alive? The way he looked at Kiesha in that last scene. It felt like goodbye, or at least, like he was preparing for the worst. Emmett might make one final move in the finale, something that changes everything. Maybe he finally turns on Douda, maybe he disappears, or maybe he pays the ultimate price for trying to do both. Stay loyal and stay alive. Kiesha. Torn between love and survival. Kiesha has always been strong. She's been through trauma, healing, growth, and she's still standing. But being with Emmett has never been simple. This season, her arc has shifted into something deeper. She's no longer just reacting to chaos. She's quietly asking herself, is this the life I want? You could feel her frustration in episode 10. She didn't yell. She didn't argue, but her silence was louder than any words. She's seeing the danger rise around Emmett, and she knows what that can lead to. She's already lost too much in life to let her children grow up in fear. So now she's asking, if I stay with Emmett, what am I teaching my son? That's a powerful question, and it makes you wonder. In episode 11, will Kiesha finally walk away? Will she take her child and choose peace over chaos? Or will she ride this storm with Emmett to the very end, even if it costs her? Douda, the puppet master. Who's losing control? Douda isn't just a villain, he's a system. He's the street. He's power wrapped in charm, strategy, and violence. But here's the thing, even kings fall. Right now, Douda thinks he's in control. He's got Emmett under his thumb. He's silencing his enemies, but something has shifted. In the last few episodes, we've seen people around him begin to question everything. His circle is shrinking, his grip is slipping. And if the Chi has taught us anything, it's that betrayal doesn't come from your enemies, it comes from your own people. There's a feeling in the air, like someone's getting ready to take him down. Maybe it's Victor, maybe it's Emmett, or maybe it's someone we're not even watching. But Douda's arrogance might be the very thing that ends him. In episode 11, we wouldn't be surprised if his empire starts to fall fast. That could mean death, that could mean prison. But one thing's clear, Douda won't go down quietly. And he'll take anyone he can with him. Kevin on the edge of goodbye. Kevin has been through more than any teenager should. Violence, loss, heartbreak, and yet he's still trying to find peace. In episode 10, it looked like he finally might. We saw him considering a move out of Chicago, maybe college, maybe a clean slate. But you could tell it wasn't an easy choice. The Chi is his home. His friends are his family, but he's growing apart from it all, not out of pride, but because he knows there's something better for him out there. Kevin has always been smart, thoughtful, and full of heart. But this season, you can see him growing into someone who doesn't want to keep running in circles. So what happens in the finale? It might be Kevin's goodbye, a real one. A goodbye to the streets, to the drama, and maybe even to the people he loves. And if that happens, you know it'll be emotional. We could be looking at one of the most powerful final scenes in the Chi. Kevin walking away, leaving his old life behind, while everyone else stays stuck in the storm. Papa, the soul of the show, now searching for his own Papa, has always been the one who holds everyone together, the friend who tries to keep peace, speak truth, and love everybody. But now he's tired. He's questioning everything, his faith, his friendships, his future. In episode 10, he felt more distant. Not in a bad way, but in a different way. Like he's starting to realize that he doesn't fit the mold everyone else wants him to. He's looking for purpose, and he's not sure where to find it. In the finale, Papa might be the unexpected twist. He could step up and speak truth in a way nobody else will. Or he could walk away completely, choosing to build a new life, even if it means leaving his old one behind. Whatever he does, it's going to matter. Because Papa's voice is strong, and when he finally decides to use it, people listen. Victor Trigg, a man of the people. But for how long? Victor's journey has always been about redemption, trying to do right after doing wrong. But now he's a public figure, a political name. And that comes with pressure. He's trying to lead a better Chicago. But secrets from his past are still lurking in the shadows. Episode 10 showed us that people are watching him, digging, whispering, waiting for a reason to take him down. The question is, can Victor survive being exposed? Or will his own truth undo everything he's trying to build? The finale of the Chi Season 7 is shaping up to be the most explosive episode yet. All the tension that's been building, the secrets, the lies, the unspoken anger, it's all coming to a head. We're not just expecting drama, we're expecting consequences. So here are the predictions that might, and maybe should happen in episode 11. Let's get into it. Prediction number 1. Someone's going to die. And it might be Emmett. Let's be real. The Chi doesn't shy away from tough endings. This show has always kept it honest. And sometimes that honesty means loss. Emmett has been flirting with danger all season long. Douda warned him, and when Douda gives a warning, it's usually the last one you'll ever hear. If Emmett tries to break away in episode 11, if he finally decides to stand up or make a move against Douda, it could be the end for him. And not just in business, we're talking life or death. We've seen this story before. A good man pushed too far, trying to protect his family, finally making a bold move, and paying the ultimate price. Now, do we want Emmett to die? No, but does it feel like the show is setting up something tragic to shock us and shake the story? Absolutely. If it's not Emmett, someone very close to him could get caught in the crossfire, and that pain could be even worse. Prediction number 2. Kiesha leaves Emmett for good. If Emmett does survive, that doesn't mean he wins. Kiesha has had enough. She's been patient, she's been loyal, but this season has shown her questioning everything. Her silence in episode 10 wasn't weakness, it was strength. It was someone building the courage to say, I deserve better. In the finale, don't be surprised if Kiesha finally makes a hard decision for herself and her child. Walking away from Emmett would be heartbreaking, but it would also be a powerful step forward. And maybe it's exactly what Emmett needs to lose something real before he can truly grow. Their final scene might not be a screaming match. It might be something quieter, Kiesha packing a bag, taking her son, and simply walking out the door. Prediction number 3. Douda faces a betrayal or a bullet. Douda's reign can't last forever. That's just the truth. He's made too many enemies, burned too many bridges, and treated loyalty like it's disposable. Eventually, someone's going to snap, and episode 11 might be when it finally happens. There are a few possibilities. Here, Emmett could turn on him, Victor might make a deal behind his back. Or maybe someone in Douda's own circle, someone we've forgotten about, takes him down. quietly, permanently. Asterisk there's also a strong chance that Douda ends the season either dead or arrested. The writers have been slowly closing in on him, making him more vulnerable, more isolated. His confidence might be his weakness. He's not expecting someone close to flip on him, and that's exactly what could happen. Asterisk if the show wants to shock the audience and clean the slate. For next season, removing Douda from the board would do it. Whether he gets gunned down or put in cuffs, Douda's world is about to fall apart, and he won't see it coming. Asterisk prediction number 4. Kevin leaves Chicago and says goodbye. Asterisk Kevin has always been the heart of the younger crew, but let's face it, he's outgrown his surroundings. His growth has been subtle but strong this season. He's focused, self-aware, and ready for something better. And in episode 10, we saw the signs. Kevin is preparing to leave. Asterisk maybe he's headed to college. Maybe he's starting a new job or internship. Whatever the details, the message is clear. He's done with the drama. He's seen too much, lost too much, and now he wants peace. Asterisk so here's the prediction. Kevin says his goodbyes in episode 11, not with a bang, but with real emotion. A moment with Papa, a final hug with Emmett, a quiet walk through the neighborhood one last time. It'll be emotional, maybe even tear-jerking, but it'll be a beautiful send-off if they do it right. Asterisk that moment could also mark the end of an era. Kevin's exit will show how far everyone's come and how far they still have to go. Asterisk prediction number 5. Papa becomes the voice of reason, or the outsider. Asterisk Papa has been struggling this season with his faith, with his friends, with his role in the crew. And now the pressure is forcing him to decide. Is he just another voice in the background, or is he finally going to speak up and lead? Asterisk the finale could go two ways. Either Papa steps up and says something that brings clarity to the chaos, maybe confronting Douda, maybe warning Emmett, maybe calling out everyone for their silence, or he walks away from it all. Asterisk where? Leaning toward the second option. Papa might decide he's done playing peacemaker in a war that no one wants to end. He might walk away to start his own journey, one that doesn't involve violence, fear, or waiting for someone else to change. Asterisk, and honestly, that could be the most powerful choice of all. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is leave. Asterisk prediction. #6. Victor's past finally catches up. Asterisk Victor has been trying to play the game clean, but politics is dirty, and he's not squeaky clean. In episode 11, we expect some major fallout, a secret exposed, a betrayal, a news headline that blows up his image. Asterisk there might even be a public scandal, something tied to his past that he can't outrun. If he loses the public's trust, his career is over, and if Douda feels threatened by his growing power, Victor could also be targeted. Asterisk he's walking a tightrope. If he makes the wrong move in the finale, it could all come crashing down. Asterisk bonus prediction. Season 8 setup. Asterisk don't be surprised if the final minutes of episode 11 give us a quick setup for what's next. Either a new villain, a power vacuum, or a new alliance forming in Douda's absence. Asterisk the streets of the Chi never stay quiet for long. Asterisk so here we are, standing at the edge of the season 7 finale. After 10 episodes filled with tension, heartbreak, loyalty, and survival, everything is about to come to a head. And the truth is, no one's future is guaranteed. That's what makes the Chi so powerful. It mirrors real life, messy, complicated, unpredictable. Asterisk whether it's Emmett's possible downfall, Kiesha's quiet strength, Kevin's bittersweet goodbye, Papa's search for purpose, Douda's crumbling empire, or Victor's dangerous climb to power, each story is running out of time. And that's why this finale matters. It's not just an ending. It's a turning point. Asterisk let's talk real for a second. If Emmett falls, everything changes. The neighborhood changes. Kiesha changes. Even Smokey's, that little piece of peace in a world of chaos, becomes a reminder of what was lost. If he survives but loses Kiesha, That still hits hard, maybe harder. Because sometimes survival costs you the people you love. Asterisk and Douda. If he goes down in episode 11, whether it's by betrayal, a bullet, or the law, it could finally open the door for a new era in the Chi. Or maybe it leaves a power vacuum that's even worse. That's the risk. When you remove one monster, sometimes another one rises. Asterisk Kevin walking away might be the most emotional moment of all. We've grown up with him, seen him cry, fight, fall in love, and try to make peace with a world that never felt safe. Watching him finally choose himself. That's a win, even if it hurts. That's growth. That's what we want for him. Asterisk Papa, man. He's the one who might surprise us all, whether he steps up or walks away. Whatever he chooses will speak volumes. His journey has been quiet, but that doesn't mean it's small. In many ways, he represents all of us trying to stay good in a world that keeps testing us. Asterisk and Victor. He's one truth bomb away from losing everything. That tension, that fear that the truth will come out, might finally explode in the finale. And when it does, we'll see whether he's really the leader he claims to be, or just another man trying to outrun his past. Asterisk. So here's the big question. Asterisk, what do you think is going to happen? Asterisk, will Emmett live or die? Will Kiesha leave? Will Douda finally get what's coming to him? And who's going to shock us the most in episode 11? Asterisk, drop your predictions in the comments. No theory is too wild. This is the Chi we're talking about. Expect the unexpected. Asterisk if this breakdown hit home, and you're just as hyped or nervous for the finale as we are, do me a favor. Asterisk, hit that like button if you want justice for Emmett. Asterisk, comment below with your boldest prediction. Asterisk, subscribe so you don't miss our post-finale breakdown, because win or lose, we'll be right here talking about it all. Asterisk, and remember, in the Chi, nothing is promised except change. Asterisk.